Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Somaliland National Television News in English with me, Nuruddin Abdullahi Ulujo. And these are the main top stories making the headlines. The President of Somaliland returns to the capital. Commander General for Somaliland Marine Forces concludes 10 days workshop for members of Somaliland Coast Guard officials in Hargeisa. Somaliland Minister of Sport lies the foundation stone of a new basketball ground for girls. The President of Republic of Somaliland, His Excellency Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silanyo, has returned to the capital Hargeisa back after 3 days in the port city of Berbera for work-related visit. The President was welcomed by the most cabinet members, various politicians, civil societies and traditional leaders, as well as members of parliament and senior government officials. When he landed at Igalina National Airport, the head of state of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silanyo, received a warm welcome from the most cabinet members, various political, civil society and traditional leaders, as well as members of parliament and senior government officials. During his visit, the President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silanyo, unveiled several key developmental projects implemented in Sahel regional capital city of Berbera. The Commander General for Somaliland Marine Forces concluded 10 days workshop for members of Somaliland Coast Guard Forces at Adna Aden University Hospital in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The former Minister for Foreign Affairs of Somaliland, Adna Aden, and the founder of Adna Aden University Hospital, who implemented this vital workshop, further explained the significance of the workshop for Somaliland Marine Forces, as well as she pledged further training for Coast Guard Forces.
Mr. Marco, I'm really very honored and very privileged to offer this training in our hospital to 10 young Coast Guards of my country, Somaliland. It is a privilege for me and for my staff to have been given this opportunity to teach some very basic first aid to 10 Coast Guards. Because as you and I know, first aid is something which is very crucial for the survival of the casualty. It all depends on how quickly they react, what first aid measures they take, what decisions they take for further evacuation or otherwise, and how they prevent complications from becoming more serious and life-threatening. That being so, I think we all should remember that this is a beginning. This is an introduction. I would consider this training they've had an introduction to first aid. There's so much more that they can learn. There's so much more that they must learn. There's so much more that we have to teach them. I am going to suggest to Mr. Marco, to you, Cap, and to your colleagues, the need for setting up a marine medical unit or health unit. And I, as responsible for this hospital, I would like to offer you and this marine services 4 or 5 places for 4 or 5 Marines to be trained in proper nursing. There is going to be a cost involved. I am willing to make as many concessions as I can, but I think it will be a very valuable investment towards setting up a health unit. This is a proposal, this is an offer I am offering you. We're ready, we're willing, we're able to do that, and if you should wish to take advantage of this offer that I'm making you, we would welcome it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you will need to consider that. I know you cannot give me an answer now, but please take it to the level where decisions like that can be made, so that we also can plan to block some seats for your candidates. Because if we've already taken a full class and then they come at the last minute, we may have to do some readjusting. But if we know they're coming and we will give them specific practical training in healthcare, in surgery, in whatever our students are taught. We will try to give them the best possible training that we can in Somaliland.
Mr. Marco, who works with Somaliland Marine Forces, show his enjoyment to witness the accomplishment of this training for Somaliland Marine officials in first aid.
And seeing the first batch of 10 young Somaliland officers being trained in first aid, albeit the very first steps of first aid. I'm grateful to Edna, enabling to use her facility, the hospital university, to conduct this training here. I'm grateful to Simon and his assistant to doing the lectures, and the nurses, which I do not see here at the moment. But let me just go back to why do we do this. The reason why we have 10 young candidates here for first aid training is that we want to invest in the capacity to deliver medical support within the Coast Guard organization. That is important, and throughout my time here in Somaliland, which has been over a year now, I've been told that we need to invest in that particular aspect, medical support. So the 10 gentlemen I see in front of me are the first 10 of more to come that will take up positions in the Coast Guard, specifically in the medical support arena, so to say. And I hope that they will take very seriously what has been trained over the last 10 days, that they will practice as much as they can, and where I can support that, I will do that as well. But the goal is that we create sufficient medically trained staff within the Coast Guard organization that can respond to a number of basic situations where immediate assistance will save lives. If we look outside now to the situation in the Gulf of Aden, where more refugees and migrants are coming towards Somaliland as well, there will be a situation where the Coast Guard is required to provide assistance. And the better they can do that, so much the better it is, not only for the reputation of the country, but also for the reputation of the Coast Guard itself. We will do some certificates later. I suggest that the Admiral will take care of that. But as what I explained yesterday, all of you from Zela, Berbera, Maid and Lascauret will go home with a basic first aid pouch, a stretcher and some other tools as a starting kit to be able to assist you in your work. Yesterday we trained with that, and I made the point that practice makes perfect. It's up to you to maintain that skill. And I was also pleased to hear that you will teach your fellow Somaliland Coast Guard sailors in getting a better understanding. I think I have said enough. I'm pleased to, again, I'd like to reiterate, I'm pleased that we have started this first course, 3 more to go, and the best ones that are selected, I will do my utmost best to get them into more advanced medical training.
At the conclusion, the Commander General for Somaliland Marine Forces, Mohammed Hussein Farah, who spoke at the function, appreciated all those who took part in the preparation of this workshop for Somaliland Marine officials. The event was concluded by handing certificate to the attendees. Somaliland Ministry of Finance held an event aimed to enhance ways of income contribution for the ministerial employees in Hargeisa. This workshop, which is designed to improve the familiarity of finance employees, had in attendance by the Minister of State for Somaliland Ministry of Finance, Sahardid Adani, Director General, governmental and non-governmental officials, as well as the ministerial employees. Director General for Somaliland Ministry of Finance, who provided the opening statement, explained the fundamental aims for the workshop and pointed out that the meeting was attended by the most ministerial employees from the entire regions. The Minister of State for Somaliland, Minister of Finance, who spoke at the venue, provided some key details concerning the significance of the meeting for the ministerial employees. He also said it is important to enhance the awareness relating to increased income contributions. This is the first gathering for its kind, which invested by British government and implemented by Somaliland government. Somaliland Minister of Sport, Youth and Tourism, Ahmed Abdi Kahin, laid the foundation stone for a new basketball ground for girls. Somaliland Minister of Sport, Youth and Tourism, Ahmed Abdi Kahin, alongside Deputy Minister of Information, Culture and National Guidance, laid the foundation stone of a new basketball ground for Somaliland girls. Girls in Somaliland, particularly in the capital Hargeisa, have now a rare chance to engage in sports activities. A new basketball ground for only girls was established in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. This sports center is invested by Somaliland government cooperating with local NGOs. This ground is expected to enhance the role of girls in the sports. That's all news that we have for you tonight. Thank you for watching. Until we meet in the next, I'm leaving you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.